All right, good morning. Wow, that was really good. Thank you for coming to this wonderful annual event. My name is Bob Connors, and I am a director at Ethos, and I would like to welcome you to this gathering, a space of warmth, acceptance, and celebration. It is a reminder that regardless of age, we are all vital parts of this beautiful mosaic. Let us cherish the connections we build here, support one another, and continue to advocate for a world where every individual is free to live authentically and proudly. To our older adults in Boston LGBTQ plus community, we extend our deepest gratitude. Thank you for your bravery, your resilience, and your unwavering commitment to equality and justice. You have laid the foundation upon which future generations will stand, and for that we are eternally grateful. I would also like to take this moment to extend our heartfelt thanks to Ethos and the Boston AIDS Strong Commission. Thank you. Both agencies' dedication and hard work have been instrumental in supporting and uplifting our LGBTQ plus community. Their initiatives, programs, and unwavering commitment to fostering inclusivity and care have made a profound impact on the lives of many. We are deeply grateful for their contributions and continued support. As we celebrate together, let us take a moment to reflect on our shared journey and this incredible progress we have made. Let us also take this time to truly enjoy each other's company, to laugh, share stories, and create new memories. This is a moment to recognize and appreciate the community we have built, a community where love, understanding, and acceptance flourish. Here's to celebrating you, and the remarkable legacy you continue to build in Boston. Today we have both Mayor Michelle Wu and Emily Shea of the Commission of AIDS Strong Commission attending and speaking today, and they will be up a little bit later. But I'd like to invite right now the Reverend Irene Monroe to begin the invocation.
It's always a joy to come back here and see everyone. Sometimes this is the only time I have a chance to see you, get boogie with you, get jiggy with you. It is just really wonderful here. You know, I've noticed, though, I have also noticed my aging. I don't know if you have noticed yours, but what I now do is I write my remarks down because I suffer with CRS. And do you know what that is? Yes, can't remember shit, okay? And what happens though, see, if I don't write it down, then I go rambling off to other stuff. So I understand that I have to be short. You never tell a Black Baptist minister that. But anyway, happy Pride, everybody. As an LGBTQIA community, we have come to show up and show out. Come on now, all right? And you all bring such joy, love, and beauty to this day every year, and it's just an honor to be here with you all. And what a golden day to be here and at this venue. Come on, this is really Ethos is community, and community is important. Our civil rights would not be where it is today were it not for the LGBTQIA elders at this event. You can applaud yourself. Come on now, okay? Listen, I do it all the time. Sometimes when people say, you know, you've done this, I said, let me kiss myself so you can kiss yourself, all right? At this event are many change makers and foot soldiers of the LGBTQIA movement, and as a matter of fact, there would be no Boston Pride were it not for many of you who are in this room today. Kiss yourself, come on now. And as an LGBTQIA community, we have shown the Commonwealth what coming out of the proverbial closet means in terms of self-acceptance. We have racked up an impressive list of civil rights victories that have overturned discrimination laws in Massachusetts and by extension the entire nation. Just last month, Massachusetts celebrated, marriage equality on May 17th. We were the first, And that decision, I need to say this, which is, because Massachusetts is a first for a lot of stuff, and good and bad, but this is a good one. But that decision precedes the 2015 historic U.S. Supreme Court decision, and I never can say his name, but I think it's Obergefell versus Hodge, that was legalized 11 years after we had marriage equality. So, but I have to brag a little bit because I'm from the People's Republic of Cambridge, okay? So a little history here. So in 2004 at 12:01, the city of Cambridge, is Cambridge in the house? Yeah, come on now. Okay, let me ask another thing. Is Brooklyn in the house? Okay, yeah, all right, come on now, okay. But was the first in the nation to issue marriage license to same-sex couple. And at 9:15 that morning, the first couple was married. So as an LGBTQIA community, we have shown we too are part of Boston's illustrious history of freedom fighters. It is our shoulders that a younger generation stands on. As elders of the LGBTQIA community, you need to applaud yourself for your journey, for the gifts of your gifts. It's all right, kiss yourself, okay? The beauty of your presence, the transformation you have set in motion for such a time as this. Applaud your strength on which a younger group of LGBTQIA community can lean on, and the lessons they will learn, and the foundation, come on now, that we have built, and that foundation we're passing on. And what we're passing on is this: the fire of our spirit that will allow a younger generation of activists to not only get down, and we need to get down because we have an election year coming, but to get up, to get through, and certainly to get over in this continued fight here. As elders, we have earned our seat at this table today. And as elders, a form of self-care, and we don't do that. And I've been telling the folks who works for Ethos that they don't do it either. But you have a community, and Ethos is your community, and they have made a profound difference in our life. Ethos just last year celebrated its 50th anniversary, and we want it for 50 more years, don't we? And this is how I experience Ethos Pride Luncheon. It comforts our heart, it fills our belly, it resonates with our soul, and it energizes our spirit. Ethos provides for us, and helps us as an aging LGBTQIA community a quality of life to live with dignity and respect, making our lives less lonely and more joyful. Come on, this is true. Ethos services have created aging as less a burden and more of a shared journey, as we move forward with our lives. Evidence has shown that social isolation and loneliness hinders good health, putting older elders at risk for high blood pressure, heart disease, obesity, a weakened immune system, cognitive decline, and even death. And in 2020, which we will never forget, COVID ripped through our community, making it difficult for us to be with each other. I give thanks to Ethos in creating a virtual community for us. And during that time, Ethos spiritually and physically fed us and kept us together with its programs, informed us about vaccines, and provided masks for us to stay safe. And now, many of us are here today in person to celebrate because of the way Ethos has continually support us. However, let us remember many who cannot be with us today, and those who are battling now long COVID and other illnesses. Let us remember this: they may be isolated, lonely, and may be without community. They may be not here in this room, but as a community, we will reach out to those folks and bring them into our fold here. I want to say this as on a really personal note, that Ethos, theme this year is celebrating caregivers, but Ethos needs to celebrate itself because it is a caregiver itself. The programs in Ethos, provides are just really priceless, and they're specific and tailored to our demographic group here. As a minister on a good day, it brings me comfort to direct people to Ethos. I'm glad to be at my retiring age here and in this community and in this fold. You see, because I didn't grow up with family. I was a ward of New York State and lived in many foster homes, but Ethos invites me into community with you all. And this aging community brings me comfort, brings me joy, because I know programs like Ethos got my back, and it got yours. Happy Pride, folks.
Thank you, Reverend. So I'd like to bring up two people right now, David Reedy and Bob Linscott. I think you know Bob Linscott. He's one of our most popular speakers here every year. There you go, Bob.
Thanks so much. My name is Bob Linscott. I'm the wellness manager at the H Strong Commission, and I got to say, it just fills my heart with such incredible pride and joy standing in here in front of you and looking around at all of you, and it makes me think back to, it was almost 20 years ago, 2008, we were up there at Cafe Emmanuel doing folding table, thinking like, let's do a Pride Luncheon. Let's do this Pride Luncheon, and then it kept growing and growing, and we expanded. We tried one year Club Cafe, filled up Club Cafe, and then as soon as we brought the Aging Commission on, like, boom, look where we are now. Look at this space to honor who you are and all that you have done. What a great way to celebrate Pride. And I'm just thrilled to be part of the H Strong Commission now. And I just want to say, before I turn this over to David, to all of you, every program that we do is welcome to all of you. We are so eager to have you to come to all our events, our programs, our services. We throw some darn good parties, too, like this one. So you got to come up with some of these. But I have one that I'm especially excited to announce today, that we are about to change your summer for some of you in here. As you heard Reverend Irene talk about, we're always challenged by social isolation. Well, we want you to get out and really enjoy again. So we are kicking off an LGBTQ senior rowing club yes, absolutely. You do not need to be super strong or anything like that. You'll be rowing on a boat with 10 other people. If we need to do 15 boats with 10 people, we will do it. So please come to the H Strong table on the outside, get your name on there, and we're going to get you on the Charles River, and we're going to be rowing. So, So it is my great honor to pass the colleague over to David Reedy, my colleague at H Strong.
Hi, everyone. Welcome and happy Pride. I like Reverend Irene. I have to write a few things down or I'll forget them. But I've been with H Drunk for about 2 years now, and I worked as an advocate. And I worked with the LGBTQ senior community. And I met so many of you, and it was such a privilege. And I just recently moved into a new role at H Strong in our age-friendly division. So I'll still be working to enrich seniors' lives and keep the community going, and I'll make sure that the LGBT community is taken care of and heard and respected. So I just wanted to thank you so much for making me feel welcome, and have a good time today, and hope to see everyone Saturday for the Pride Parade.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, David. I'd like to bring up next Ray Santos from Ethos. Ray is one of the primary people that helps get this event off every year. So give Ray a big hand of applause, please.
I'm going to apologize, and I'm also going to use the podium, and I'm also going to read some remarks. I'm here on behalf of Val Frias, our CEO. Unfortunately, she couldn't attend today. She's a little bit under the weather, but she sends her regrets that she couldn't be here, and she wishes you all a happy Pride. As I said, I'm Ray Santos. I'm the Chief Development and Community Relations Officer for Ethos. This is, I think, my 11th Pride Luncheon that we've worked to organize with our incredible partners, H Strong Commission. It's so great to see so many familiar faces here, but it's also amazing to see a lot of new faces. Can I have a show of hands? Who's attended this event before? And now, for whom is it for their first time? Welcome. And we hope to see you next year. I want to extend our deepest gratitude to Mayor Michelle Wu and her administration. Their unwavering support has been so instrumental in helping Ethos champion the needs of older adults and the older LGBTQ community. And so we're so grateful for your help. And a big special thank you to Chief Masso from Human Services for his dedication and partnership. I also want to recognize Emily Shea, Commissioner of H Strong Boston. Emily, your commitment to our cause makes you one of Ethos's most important partners, and in my opinion, the best commissioner for aging services in the entire country. Big round of applause for her. Julianne Doherty-Leach, you're going to hear from her in a moment. Thank you so much for your tireless efforts and advocacy. And I would be remiss if I didn't, give a huge shout out to all of the other staff from Ethos and the H Strong Commission who helped put this together. It's a lot of work, and we have a lot of meetings, and we scurry around, and we send lots of emails, and we change things in our emails a lot, but it's all with love and to try to have an amazing event. So thank you so much for your support. Ethos has been at the forefront of addressing the unique challenges faced by the LGBTQ community, especially those of older adults. We sponsor programs that create safe and affirming environments, foster friendships, strengthen support networks, and rebuild resiliency within our communities. The Senior Pride Luncheon, this event today, is one of the largest such gatherings of its kind in New England. And I think we have a little bit on, let's see, maybe 325, a little bit less than what we had expected, but an incredible showing here today, and thank you so much. Events like this exemplify our unwavering commitment to inclusivity and community. Our community cafes, including Cafe Emmanuel, which Bob mentioned earlier, Out for Supper, Out to Brunch, at Goddard House and Rogerson House Cafe, are more than just places to have a hot, nutritious meal. They're safe spaces where the LGBTQ community can see friends, make new ones, and support each other. These cafes are vital in creating a sense of belonging and community. I know that Bob mentioned this a little bit, and Reverend Monroe mentioned this a little bit earlier as well. This year, Ethos has a special focus on supporting caregivers, especially those within the LGBTQ plus community. Consider this. According to a study by AARP that just came out a couple years ago, more than half of all LGBTQ plus older adults report being socially isolated. More than half. Many LGBTQ older adults are providing care or are likely to provide care for somebody in the future. In fact, 1 in 6 began providing care during the pandemic. And more than 60% have provided caregiving to an adult loved one in the past. And a similar percentage expects to be a caregiver or will need one themselves in the future. 64% of LGBTQ plus caregivers feel emotionally stressed due to their caregiving responsibilities. I cared for my father in his final days, and it was incredibly difficult to balance work, balance caring for children, and also being fulfilling my responsibility to my parents. So I know how challenging it is, but it's much more, it can be compounded within certain communities. Nearly half of all LGBTQ older adults are very concerned about having adequate family or social supports as they age. And more than a third feel financially strained. So with that in mind, Ethos has been thinking about tackling this problem for some time. And so to address these challenges, Ethos and our friends also at Boston Senior Home Care are each developing caregiver support groups for the LGBTQ community. These are going to be so incredibly important to supporting us all as we age. If you are, or you know somebody, if you yourself or know somebody who might be interested in joining our LGBTQ support groups, please see one of our Ethos staff in the back. Michelle is also here in the front. You can see her or anybody at the reception table. I have the last paragraph on the final page, and I can't turn it. Well, now it's my honor to pass the mic on to my friend, my longtime friend, Julianne Doherty Lee. I've known her since she was my neighborhood rep in Jamaica Plain, and for so many years at the Age Strong Commission, and someone who's shown so much unwavering support to our cause. Welcome, Julianne.
Happy Pride, everybody. Woo! I am Julianne Lee. I use she, they pronouns. I'm the executive director here at the Mayor's Office of LGBT Plus Advancement. It's a true honor to stand with the mayor, stand with Ethos, Age Strong, and all of you today. You can imagine my team and I go to a couple of Pride events each year. So first, I want to have them stand so you know their faces, if my team could stand. They have tons of glitter in their pocket, and they're gonna just throw the glitter as you dance. I wanna get you to your meal and the dancing, but I just wanted to say that Pride is more than a celebration. It's a testament to our resilience, a call to continue the fight for equality. This year's theme is Still Here, Living in Color, and it's so beautiful to see how much color, and of all the different colors of the rainbow that you're all wearing, everything on your faces. We're so excited that you're here today. As we gather, we want to honor the trailblazers who came before us, from the Stonewall riots to countless advocates who have fought tirelessly for our rights here in Massachusetts. I want to do something a little different. Shout out, I see Harry from Boston Primetimers. Where are the Boston Primetimers? Let's give a little hoot. I see LGBT plus affordable housing. Arlene. I see David from Outstanding Life and his team. I see Paul Glass from Elders of Color. I see Gabby, a longtime advocate for the community. Who else is here? Shout out where you're from. If you have a knitting class, a church, a synagogue, shout it out. All right. Who else? JP at home, I hear. Who else is here? Loving that. Don't know. Love that. Keep going. And one more. A couple more. There it is. We are everywhere, aren't we? We are everywhere. We're your lawyers, your doctors, your children. We must remember that our journey is far from over. We are in the face of anti-LGBT+, trans, 500 bills nationwide, including one here in Massachusetts. Our commitment to advocacy support is more critical than ever. We stand ready. All the groups, everyone that you represent, we are all community. And something that's really important to me and my family, we're chosen community. I might not have ever met you before. One of you was my longtime librarian in this room. We are chosen family, and that is so important to our community. The Mayor's Office of LGBT+ Advancement has been at the forefront of these efforts, working tirelessly with all of you to empower, protect, promote the rights, dignity of our LGBT+ residents. This year, we proudly became the first city in our state to remove sex and gender markings from marriage licenses, a significant step towards inclusivity. This year, we are also honoring 20 years of marriage equality in Massachusetts. Many of you in this room were the backbone of that progress. Thank you so much. We celebrate our achievements. Let's also recognize our fight for LGBT+ rights is interconnected with the broader struggle of collective liberation. We must stand in solidarity with all historically and presently marginalized communities to create a better world where everyone can live openly, safely, and equitably. Together, we are still here living in color. Happy Pride, everyone. It is my honor and privilege to introduce a steadfast LGBT+ ally, a champion in equity and equality. She is one of my favorite people at City Hall. She was my boss for many years, and she is a true mentor to me, our Commissioner, Emily Shea.
Thank you, Julianne. Give it up for Julianne. She has just done, I think, an amazing job leading the Mayor's Office of LGBTQ+ Advancement. So thank you, Julianne, for you and your team and all of your work. And thanks to my team for all of their amazing work, and our wonderful partners at Ethos. Right, it takes all of us. It takes everyone in this room. And I love that Julianne shouted out all the groups around here. I see lots of friends in this room, lots of people that we've worked together for a long time, and just really, really appreciate all that you do. So give yourselves a big round of applause. So I was like doing a little thinking this morning, and it's now been, I'm in my 14th year at the Age Strong Commission. Yeah, a long time. And I was looking at some numbers back from when I started in 2011, but if you look at the numbers of older residents in Boston from 2010, and you look at the projected numbers for next year, for 2025, oh my goodness, we'll have grown in numbers of older adults by 48% in the city. So we like to say that we are aging strong in Boston. And we're aging both in numbers, we're also aging in diversity, we're growing in diversity, and we're aging strong because we are a city for everybody, and a city that embraces our diversity, a city that welcomes everybody, and a city that grows stronger with our diversity. So I just want to thank you all for being a part of this movement. That's what I think it really is, a movement as we all embrace aging, as we make Boston a better place to age, and as we make our region a better place to age, because I know we have some friends from outside of Boston here who we love as well. I feel like you can all be Bostonians with us. So we couldn't do this work alone, as I said, and I am thrilled to be a part of a team at the city who's all kind of working in the same direction. So it is my pleasure to bring up our Chief of Human Services. He's a huge supporter for my office, so please give a big round of applause to Jose Masso.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Pride. If it's okay, I'm going to stand in front of this. Emily, I just want to extend my gratitude to you. And Ray, thank you for stating what you stated, because now I'm not the only one who says that Emily is the best commissioner in the country. So that is a true fact. So thank you once again for that. As mentioned, my name is Jose Masso. I have the honor and privilege of being the Chief of Human Services for the City of Boston. Now, in this role, underneath this cabinet, we have many different departments. So Age Strong being one of them. We also have the Boston Public Libraries. We have, yes, shout out to Boston Public Libraries and the librarians here as well. Veteran Services. We have Boston Centers for Youth and Families. We have Office of Returning Citizens. And we have our newest office, the Office of Youth Engagement and Advancement. Now, what I'm sharing is that our main goal and mission is to ensure that all of our residents have the resources and the supports that they need to truly thrive, especially our residents with the most needs. And we are tackling social isolation, every single one of our departments. And if you think about all the work that's happening within the libraries, within our Boston Centers for Youth and Families, and of course the work that is happening within Age Strong, we are doing exactly that. So I'm so thankful for that happening as well. Thankful to all of our partners, Ethos, for making this event possible, Age Strong. I attended my first Pride Luncheon 2 years ago. This is my third Pride Luncheon. And I knew immediately, it was like a month in of me being chief, I knew this was going to be one of my favorite events. And I share this, that Age Strong events are my favorite events, and the Pride Luncheon is definitely top 3 of my favorites. So that is without a doubt. But that is because of all of you all here today. I'm so grateful to live in the city and raise a family in the city that embraces our LGBTQ plus residents, in a way that our city deserves to, right? And that our city leaders are able to do the same, and that my children are able to grow up in the city and to be their most authentic selves, and for their friends and their peers to be their most authentic selves, and for them to be seen and heard, and most importantly, to be leaders as well. And that is all because of the contribution of many of you in this room today. So I just want to thank you and extend my gratitude for all the work that you have done for making today possible, making this month possible, and making the future brighter in the way it needs to be. And now, last but not least, I know this work cannot happen without the leadership and without the commitment and support of our leaders. And I am so proud to have one of the main leaders and one of our main champions here with us today, and coming up to the microphone is the Honorable, our Mayor, Michelle Wu.
Thanks, Chief. Happy Pride, everyone. I'm so happy to see you all. Love you all. I can see why it's your favorite event. It's my favorite event, too. Thank you so much for all that you mean to our communities, all that you have done to build up our communities, and all that you continue to shine a light for as we move forward as a city. I wanted to say a couple things. One, the number one goal of our administration every day is to make Boston a home for everyone, every generation, every culture. And for me, it's very personal, right? My first language wasn't English. I grew up in an immigrant family, and in Chinese, which is the language that I first spoke, the word for home, it's a kind of pictorial character language, the word for home is actually the same character as the one for family. So you have to be really clear. Are you talking about the place, or are you talking about the people? And that's how I see what we're trying to do in Boston. Of course, we need housing to have a home, but more than that, spaces like this become home that you all have created. Now, home is also where you get fed the lunch that you are hungry to have, so I'm going to go fast in my remarks. And I also just wanted to thank each and every one of the speakers who came before me for all that they're doing to make this the home that we are grateful to have. Reverend Irene, where did you go? Okay. Thank you for your powerful example, although I do want to issue one correction. I can personally vouch for the fact that CRS is age agnostic. It doesn't, but you don't need to remember stuff when you have an incredible team that can take care of all of the various parts of expertise. So we have the best commissioner in the country, we have the best chief of human services in the country, we have the best director of LGBTQ advancement and team in the country, and the best partners like Ethos. So that makes it easy, and I'm so thankful that you all are part of that team as well. Give yourselves a round of applause. The last thing I'll say, which is why I feel such a feeling of reverence in this room as well, being with you all, is that you are the most powerful and pure examples of the idea that the greatest form of love is actually to be fighting for the future, believing, having such strong faith in changing what's possible, even when society won't let you be your fullest self with the sense of dignity in that moment. We would not be where we are today without what you all have experienced, have fought for, and have changed to make it so that those coming up today have a very different experience of what it means to be part of this community and part of this city. And so when you think about that, the meaning of service, it is, to me, putting in everything that you got, even when you know you are doing it just so the next generation might have that better shot coming up after you. And so we thank you with all of our heart for all that you've done for our city, for our country, and beyond. Boston is a beacon, Massachusetts is a beacon, only because of you. Happy Pride.
All right, folks, stick around. Lunch is going to be served. Music is going to be turned up, and dancing is going to happen. Thank you so much.